Hi, I'm Allison Struck, and this is my social intelligence video for Leadership and Mastery class. I am a film student in the MFA program at Full Sail for film production. For my person that I chose Benjamin Franklin. And the reason I chose Benjamin Franklin is his story really resonated with me for the fact that he had not just one, but 3 of the 7 deadly realities that he encountered throughout his journey. Starting with him working for his brother, who was very envious of his work, to him moving over to a different printing place in the States where he saw that self-obsessiveness was leading him only towards his dreams and not seeing everyone else around him, which ended up with him actually getting stranded in England with no help. And when he got over to England and had to get a job at the printers over there, he saw the rigidity and the fact that they didn't want to reform their old ways that he saw the issues with. After all of this, he had to step back and realize that the only person that he could change was himself. He had been looking in the naive perspective, that tunnel vision where he could only see what it was that he wanted versus taking a step back and seeing it as the whole picture. At that point, he was able to start seeing things more clearly, and when he was returned to the United States and had his job back, he noticed that he was trying to be pushed out from his position, and instead of getting angry and mad, he was able to think clearly and made a better position for himself for the future. The 2 of the 7 deadly realities that I want to focus on are laziness and envy. Because with laziness, I think it's going to be one that could impact us for the fact that we all want to get to where we're going to be. We forget that it's about the journey, not necessarily the end result, but we all want to find the fastest way to mastery and skip right over the apprenticeship stage. But we got to take time, step back, and realize that it's all about the climb. There are people out there who are going to want to collaborate with us, but we also can't be lazy and let them just not share their part of the load. We have to make sure that we're finding collaborators that are actually going to work with us and do the heavy lifting on their side as well. And we don't want to just give away our ideas. We want to make sure that we are keeping those close to ourselves and are only sharing it with people that we are actually going to be working with. And for envy, I think it's one that we're all going to face at one time or another because we're all envious. It's human nature. We're envious of people's looks, their money, their social status, etc. But with envy, we have a tendency to look over their successes of how they got there. One really good example is with the Kardashians. We have a tendency to say that the Kardashians are famous because of luck or name recognition from their father, who was Robert Kardashian working in the O.J. Simpson case. But that, while it may be partially true, is not the entire story. They were building a brand starting all the way back with Kim working with Paris Hilton. When she was working with Paris Hilton, she was building a name recognition, facial recognition, and was at a point that she was able to start making her own marketing strategies and advertising for companies. And from there, built the Kardashian legacy with the show Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Kris was then able to then take what she had done with Kris and start doing with each child, creating a personality brand for each of them, leading to the multi-million-dollar brand, which is the Kardashians. The thing with envy is we have to be very careful and make sure that we know that that is people working towards the successes. It's not just sheer dumb luck. We also have to be mindful of the fact that we can be envious, but others can be envious of us as well and try to sabotage and hurt us. We have to know what's going on around us and be wary of it. If people are envious, don't boast about your successes to them. You might want to play a little bit dumb and dumb down what you know so that you're not being sabotaged by others. It's important that while you're really good at something, we still remain humble and are able to showcase it in a much more minute and mundane way.